So someone just texted me this. He said, "Yo, Chucky was good. I hope all's good. I wanted to ask you for some advice. How do you deal with stress or the jitters before you make a big step in your musical career?" Alright, so stress or jitters before you make a big step in your musical career. First of all, it's like, what is even a big step in your musical career? That is purely a made up concept. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to like just straight up be like, you tripping, but it's like, realistically, what does that even mean? And then on top of that, I actually know who this person is, and I know where they're at in their music career, and it's like it doesn't matter. Even if the step you're taking fails, what does it matter? Like then you learn something new and you evolve your music career or your identity, or you see where you were wrong. So it's like something can seem important, like we can put a lot of like pressure on certain things and make things very important, like okay, this performance is going to change my life, or this placement is going to change everything. So it's become like important, or like maybe you get flown, maybe some rapper, as a producer, some rapper DMs you and they're like, let's do a session, and you be like, yo, this session can change my life, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it could, but it's like if you look at your music career or like your life, because I don't feel like you can look at like your music career separate from your life. It's like, well, the course of where you want your life to go, you can't even decide really where to go. Yeah, there's manifestation and there's the things you want, but I feel like even with manifesting, it's like you can only energetically, I mean, you can, but you have to manifest energetically. You know what I'm saying? Like you go for something, you try to get as clear as it is, like on what you want, but then life will show you how, like what exactly that will look like. That's why in manifestation they teach you to like picture and feel it and then let go of the outcome, because it's like you can only, like, I feel like what you're actually manifesting is the feeling, and then maybe you can actually manifest the things, like maybe you can make yourself believe that you want something and then you manifest it and it actually happens, and then you find out that it doesn't give you the feeling that you expected it to give you. So then that just becomes another step on the way to manifesting the things that actually make you feel how you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? So you can already skip that process by just like letting go of all of these things in the first place. Like just stop expecting, stop making things super important, and just see everything as the next step of your life, of like your journey, and if it's a negative experience, well, use it to learn, and it's a positive experience, well, use it to learn also. Like I don't feel like like stress is normal, you know what I'm saying, because we all in these bodies and we all like, we got our identities and all of those things, and I feel like we can easily get stressed if we feel like we're about to be judged or whatever. Still every time before I walk onto a stage, there's the part of me that can get into that motion of like, oh my god, like but if you practice in daily life and in music to just stay present and to just only deal with what's in front of you right now, there's no way you're stressed. You know what I'm saying? You're only stressed thinking about potential futures. You know what I'm saying? Like if you about to go on stage, like you're only stressed because you're like, what if hopefully everything goes right and hopefully da da da. But it's like you can't possibly imagine all of the things that could go wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? So to even like ruminate on that, well, like once you're prepared and everything's there, you can only act on what's in front of you right now in the moment. So the key to everything is presence. So if you're saying how does how do you deal with the jitters and stress before a big important step in your musical career? Well, first of all, realize that there might be 1 million of those steps they're still going to take. So why is this one more important than the previous ones? And then secondly, you only got stressed because you're trying to, you know, because you're thinking of potential future events. And if you just, get to the point where you're prepared and you've done everything you needed to do, well, it's time for you to relax. So yeah,